Welcome back to What You Miss Gaming, the video game news show that knows it's dangerous to go alone and uninformed on the internet. So here, take this video game news with you and stay informed, ladies and gentlemen. Hello and welcome back, Mavericks and YouTubers alike, to What You Miss, the only news show on the internet where your host, Protomario, gets extreme hate mail whenever I comment on other people's videos. Yes, that verified checkmark gets me an instant one-way ticket to Hate Town in other people's comment sections, despite if I love the video or have some constructive criticism to offer. But we're not here for that, we're here for the news, so let's jump right into it. Now this story is an ongoing story that's been happening, it's non-stop, man. It keeps getting brought up, and that is Microsoft execs are talking cross-play networking with Sony. Now there's not much to this story, just a little bit of an update, and they're saying that they're speaking once again to Sony because they have partnerships with them with Minecraft anyways. So basically what's happening is that Sony doesn't want people from the Xbox community to be able to cross-play with the PlayStation 4 and vice versa, even though Microsoft has the ability to do that with several other companies, PCs, things like that. They have a lot of partnerships because they own Minecraft. Now, this is a big problem because the excuse that Sony offered was that they don't want to put their players in harm's way. This is another episode of Think of the Children. It's a BS excuse because once again, basically you're pointing to Microsoft and Xbox and saying, we're not going to crossplay with you because your servers aren't safe. Hello, Sony. You're the company that got hacked those years ago and your service was offline for several weeks, and recently you got hacked on Twitter. And to say that your community is any better than the Xbox's community, both communities have toxic people in it. There's no check the box if you're toxic and you're not allowed to buy a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. So stop that BS excuse. You either want to crossplay or you don't, and that's all there is to it. So I'm gonna jump into the next story. Basically, there was an Overwatch short that came out, and it explains Mei's tragic origins. Mei's, you go ahead and comment that in the section below because I'm terrible with names. I'm not gonna spoil this origin story for you, so if you'd like to see it, you can go ahead and check it out. Just letting you know it's there. Hellboy is coming to Injustice 2. There's a couple other characters also coming, but basically Hellboy was the biggest story here. A lot of people are super excited to see Hellboy coming to Injustice 2. Hellboy had a couple movies come out. They did decent, but not well enough to continue. If you like Hellboy, there you go. And there's a couple other characters, so make sure to check the link in the description below. So after getting married in an arcade, this couple's first fight was Tekken 6. Now, Kotaku, that's some very nice wordplay there. I don't mind at all. People do get married. Gamers in Japan get married, and a lot of them really love video games. I kind of want this to happen to America, but at the same time, there's a big divide for that for me. I think there's a time and a place, and when you center your life around gaming completely, it's a bit much. If I get married, which I will have an actual wedding with Jen, the woman I'm with. I'm not going to have it in an arcade. I'm just saying, man, I love video games, and don't get me wrong, but that's just not my thing. So, Rocket League's Switch version is getting Nintendo cars, and not just Mario and Luigi. Believe it or not, Metroid is getting some love. These cars are kind of cool. I mean, I think the Metroid one is way cooler than the Mario Brothers, but they all look really, really unique and nice, and I would absolutely love to get these vehicles, but you do have to have the Nintendo Switch version. I don't think they're going to ever port this over to PC, so this is an actual console exclusive. Hey Xbox, hey Sony, take note here. This is how you do a console exclusive. It might not be great for the gaming community as a whole, but just labeling things exclusive when they're not, this is literally exclusive. You literally have to own a Nintendo Switch to play this. It'll probably be 5 to 10 years before we'll be able to emulate the Switch properly on a PC and get this. So there you go, man. This is how you do console exclusivity properly. After Gamescom, it came out that Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle will have a season pass. It was announced this game is going to be releasing August 29th. If you guys would like me to do a review on it, please let me know in the comments below, and like and share this video. Give me some love here and some motivation to continue my work. I'll definitely do a review for it if enough people want me to. I like tactical games, and I think this game will be great, so I'll probably be buying the season pass, which is only $20. It's on the eShop though, so again, say goodbye to that physical medium. There's not going to be an extra card or something that you can buy in the store. At best, you'd probably be able to buy just one of those digital cards and say, hey, this is what I spent this money on, and have something to show for it. Season passes are generally speaking usually $25 to $50, so I'm glad this one is $20. I don't know if I'll like the game or not, and I don't think it would be a good idea to buy the Season Pass straight up before playing the game. The Season Pass is going to contain 8 exclusive steampunk weapons, several new solo challenge and co-op maps, and a new unexpected story, like content, I guess. I don't know. It says a new unexpected story content. So I think that was just an error in someone's grammar. I can't make fun of them for that. I'm pretty bad at grammatical errors sometimes. This is all going to be happening at launch, fall 2017 and 2018. Creators of Kirby announced a new mobile dev team. So yeah, HAL Laboratory, the Japanese developer known for Kirby and Earthbound, have announced a new offshoot called HAL-A, and this is going to be for mobile games. Kirby's pretty decent. It has several games that would work pretty well on the mobile phone, especially the Rainbow Curse because of the touchscreen interface that it could use. I can see a lot of Kirby games and mini games that they have that they always include with the main Kirby games working very well for the phone. I'm excited. I think Nintendo's doing great on the mobile market, and if you guys like the Nintendo games that are coming out on the mobile phones, let me know in the comments below. So there's a new character that also got released for ARMS. Lola Pop is a character that inflates when she blocks. I'm not sure how that gimmick goes, but that's what I saw in the trailer, and it's a free update, so if you own ARMS, you get this character for free. Sony has revealed a limited edition Gran Turismo Sport Edition PS4 bundle. Did I say Gran Turismo right? A lot of people don't like the way I say that either. Sorry, man. I was born in Germany. I have problems pronouncing things. It's tough. English is a second language to me. At the end of the day, this is a very nice bundle you can get, but again, it's just a PS4, man. It will come with the day one edition of Gran Turismo Sport. Other bundles also include the PS4 Pro and the PS4 with an extra controller, as well as the day one edition of the game, but they will be in jet black and have the DualShock 4 controller. So if you want the paint job, you're gonna have to make sure to look at the console, make sure you get the right console. You don't want to get the original PS4. You don't want to get the PS4 Slim. You want to get the PS4 Pro, because there's no point in spending a lot of money on a new PS4 if it's not the PS4 Pro. If you're big into Gran Turismo, you might not even care about that stuff, and you might just want the console. So there you go. Speaking of racing news, we have Forza Motorsport 7 on the Xbox One X, showing gameplay in Dubai, driving the Porsche at 4K 60 FPS. Now this is outstanding work on Microsoft's part. I never stop giving them kudos for their ability to develop first-party games. Forza is a shining example of what developers can do as first-party developers. Nintendo is very well known also for doing very well at locking solid frame rates and FPSs. So when you have first-party developers, you can really get 4K at 60 FPS. The checkerboard pattern thing that's going around, that's a thing. Whether you agree that it's real 4K and it looks really, really nice and it looks stunning, it's really up to you. As technology progresses and this console gets older and older and older, people will be able to develop for it better. Fallout 4 VR is coming, as well as Skyrim and Doom as well, by the end of the year. If you're interested in VR, that's something that you could potentially get. But before you sit there thinking you're going to be walking around and exploring an open world with a VR headset on your head, you might want to check out what IGN had to say about it. Skyrim is pretty rough on PSVR. There's a teleport system. From what I understand from the article, you don't really walk around. You just teleport everywhere. It might have been just a demo, and it's not outright bad, as they say, but they said that there were points that they were spinning around, not being able to control themselves, and that the teleport system was really disorienting to them, and that you had to stop and pivot and teleport again, and that there were closed off dungeons where this didn't work very well for them. So basically what they went on to say is that this probably was to eliminate motion sickness, but at the end of the day, it just made it a lot worse. So you might want to check into this. I think it would be very difficult to play Doom in PSVR. I think that you should be able to retain the same exact control scheme that you have for the game itself, and instead it just makes the screen go onto your face. So there's no other changes with the game. You're just looking around, and that's the screen. The screen caters to your eyes and the direction you're looking at, and you just use a controller in your hands. Yes, there are great games out there that use them, but we don't need them for virtual reality. We can play with a controller. That's not a problem. I think a lot more people would be wanting to be more immersed in the world than to be using motion controls. I'm just saying, and that's how I feel personally. And finally, I have a weird political news story that's tied into gaming. So House Republicans attempt a Zelda reference and apparently screw it up. Screw it up so badly that it's been taken down. But what ended up happening is that they said, what do The Legend of Zelda and and the American tax code have in common? That's a tough sentence to read grammatically. What they ended up alluding to is that they both came out in 1986 and haven't really been updated. But the reason that a lot of people are giving them flack, the NES was released in 1985, and that the dates don't line up real well, I don't know, man. This is a long shot. Don't know why you're bringing up video games and trying to tie them into politics. Again, I just discussed a story where we don't want politics in our video games. If you have a video game centered around politics, I understand that. There's plenty of games out there that are like that, like Papers, Please. It's a very politically driven game with a lot of gray area questions that you have to ask yourself. But we don't want the stuff in our video games. We deal with this stuff on a daily basis. Anytime I open up my newsfeed, it's filled with political BS, protests, people very hateful and angry at the world. I don't want to see that in my video games. I play video games to escape that. I play video games for a sense of accomplishment, for competition, to challenge myself, not to question my own political agenda. So that was this episode of What You Missed. I hope you guys really enjoyed it because I love doing this series. If you love me doing this series, please make sure to leave me a like and share this video where you can. I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, God bless, and thank you for watching.